prospect profiling. This is target marketing at its very best. There are very specific commonalities that specific professionals have with network marketing. There are many professionals that I do not go after. We would, in quotation marks, consider that's a professional person. But if they don't meet one of these three or all of these three key criteria, I don't talk to them, because it's about, again, understand this, it's about going after people that are more likely to be successful in network marketing because of what they already do in their daily job or occupation. The categories that I call into, that I prospect, their number one activity is they're selling for a living, they're leading, they're overseeing, they're managing. What do we do in network marketing every day? Do we put stamps on envelopes? Do we flip burgers? Do we trim shrubs? No. We sell, we prospect, we lead, we manage, we oversee. They're already doing what we do. They're just doing it in a different occupation. Number two is these are people that are paid on production. They're already used to earning money the way that we earn money in network marketing. So if a realtor, for example, sells a house, they make a commission. If a mortgage broker does a loan, they make a commission. If an insurance agent writes a policy, they get a percentage. They get a commission. If an account executive selling media advertising sells something, they get a commission. If a boat sales guy or gal sells a boat, they make some money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go after people that are salaried, hourly. I mean, not to say that salaried, hourly people don't do network marketing, but this is, again, putting the odds in your favor, going after people that are more likely to be successful and ease into what we do based on what they do already. How do we get paid in network marketing? If we don't punch in and make some money. If we produce, we make money. So they're also so they're getting paid the way that we get paid. So those two things right there are enough. Number one, the thing that they do is what we do. The way that they get paid is the way that we get paid. And lastly is these are individuals that have a moderate to a high tolerance for risk. In other words, they've chosen career categories where if they do well in those careers, then they're going to make some money. So if a realtor goes out and they're really productive, they're going to make some money. If an account executive selling whatever they're selling is at the top of their game, they're going to make some money. But the bottom line is, if they're not, it kind of sucks for them. You know, it's like, okay, well, I'm an account executive. There's 9 account executives. I'm the number 9 person on the list. My sales manager's on my butt every single day. My sales manager is now going out on sales calls with me because I suck so bad at it. And I'm even more afraid than I was before. Now I'm like, it's like now they even took my draw away. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to go find another job. In fact, they just laid me off. That's not fun. If you're a mortgage broker, you're not doing loans, you're going to be bartending at night trying to make ends meet. You know, so these are individuals have chosen career paths where, hey, there's a risk-reward factor. It's cool. I mean, if I do well, I'm going to get rewarded. If I don't do so well, then I got the risk of what's going to happen if I don't. And I think to some extent that matches perfectly with what we do in network marketing, because we're kind of risk takers. I mean, I know, look, we're stepping outside the box from what probably mommy and daddy told us to do and what our friends are doing. I mean, how many times your friends, when you started in network marketing, are, what? You're doing what? You're doing what? Why don't you get a real job? Why don't you get the 401k? The diminishing one is that, why don't you get some jobs? Well, there isn't job security, but you can still try. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there are people that have a moderate to high tolerance for risk. I think, we don't have a lot of financial risk getting involved in the network marketing opportunity, but, we're kind of stepping outside the box a little bit from what we're probably been told in the past to do. So, some of the ideal prospects that I call on, that I teach people to call on, are real estate professionals, mortgage brokers, insurance agents, small business owners, salespeople, account executives, sales managers, directors of marketing. These are people that are in authoritative, managerial, responsible positions that, are on their game. They've got to be pretty on their game to keep their jobs and stay in there. And they're, quite frankly, in today's economic times, a lot of those people aren't doing nearly what they were doing. And, we offer a solution as network marketing professionals where they're not necessarily, tied to economic conditions as much as some. I mean, think about the real estate market's crashed across the board. You know, so you look at the first two categories, real estate and mortgage. I mean, look, I'm getting ready to, and I'm in the process of moving to California. I'm looking at houses in California that, you know, sold 3 years ago for 1.3 million that are 600,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, most of the houses I'm looking at, they're all short sales. It's crazy. It's insane. So those are people that are not doing as well as they were before, and they're looking for an opportunity, and we offer opportunity. That's what we do as network marketers. That's what we have to offer people. If I limited your choices today to two options, you can recruit realtors or you can recruit burger flippers from Jack in the Box, okay? I'm going to limit your choices right now. You can recruit two people, burger flippers or realtors. And I can sit here and make fun all damn day long about Jack in the Box burger flippers because that was my first job. See the 2 tacos for 99 cents there? In fact, that wasn't even good enough to work on the grill. The first thing you start at, and some of you probably on this call started out in fast food, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as you work at Jack in the Box or McDonald's, you're not even good enough to work on the burger deal. I mean, how hard is it to flip burgers? They start you frying tacos and frying French fries or frying chicken McNuggets or whatever it is. You're starting on the fryer before you can ever upgrade to the burgers. What's the realtor do? The realtor sells for a living. They call on people. They meet with people. They prospect. What's the bigger burger flipper do? They're either sitting over the frying machine frying stuff or they're flipping burgers. The most social I ever was as a burger flipper at both Jack in the Box and McDonald's was saying this, cheese on 12. Look at my manager. My manager goes, okay, son, yeah, cheese 5 on 12. I'm like, okay. And he goes, hey, pull up them polyester pants right now. Fix that paper cap you got on there. Remember those paper caps back in the day? What does that mean, cheese 5 on 12? That means put 5 pieces of cheese on 12 of the burgers. That means 5 cheeseburgers and 7 hamburgers. That's as social as I was. The realtor works independently. The burger flipper punches in, they punch out. Punch in, cha-chunk, work your hours, cha-chunk, punch out. The realtor makes money on commissions. The burger flipper makes minimum wage. The realtor is a risk taker. The burger flipper, there ain't no risk. Now, I don't need to I know you're like, well, Todd, that's kind of but I want you to understand the distinct difference and the critical importance of going up the socioeconomic chain and what it means to you. And I know you're not going, well, Todd, I would never go choose between burger flippers and realtors, but at least you get my point. And my point is clear, okay? The quality that you put into your pipeline is the quality that you get out of your pipeline. No matter what you put into the top of your pipeline, your sales pipeline, your information pipeline, the only thing that's going to come out is smaller quantity, smaller number of the same thing that you put in the top. You don't put a crappy prospect in the top of your pipeline and an amazing prospect falls out the bottom end. It doesn't happen like that. You put quality into your pipeline, the only thing that can come out the bottom end is quality. Quality in, quality out. So who are you talking to? Who are you recruiting? What types of people are you talking to? Very, very important that you think about that and you look at what you're doing because quality in is quality out. If you want to be successful, if you want to get a rip and boom and quickly growing organization that produces lots of volume, you better start putting quality into the top of your pipeline so you can get quality out. Awareness is the first step towards creating change in your life and in your business. You can't change nothing until you're aware of something that needs to be changed. Until you are keenly aware of something, you can't change it. That's literally the first step towards creating change in anything in your life is just becoming aware that it needs to be changed. You can think of that in many contexts of your life. Tonight what you're getting is you're getting some level of awareness of what maybe you've been doing and what you could be doing. Now that you know, you can begin to make different choices in your life. You can begin to make different steps to initiate different actions. What kind of action steps can you take to start recruiting more quality people into your business? Well, number one is you can start looking for talent everywhere you prospect. Everything that you do, everywhere you go, start turning your radar on it and go, okay, well, hey, is this the kind of person that I want in my business? Regardless of whether you're meeting somebody at a cocktail party, a holiday party, a business mixer, a chamber mixer, a neighborhood barbecue, wherever it might be, the coffee store, the restaurant, wherever it is, whether it's whatever. However, you go to a party and you got somebody who's sitting in the corner shoving appetizers in their plastic bags in their pocket and sitting them by themselves. And then you got somebody who's milling around talking to everybody, who's interacting with everybody, who holds themselves high, who dresses nicely. Who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to engage in conversation? You want to go after quality. Start looking for talent everywhere you prospect. Number two, start projecting an image of success. Now you get to choose. It's a decision you get to make. You can literally just decide to start projecting something different. You don't have to have made a bunch of money to project an image of what it would be like if you were successful. Number 3 is start investing your time in what matters most. What matters most in this business is you talking to good people. How many new people did you talk to today? How many new presentations did you do? What are you investing your time doing? Log yourself. At the end of every day, it's like, okay, how did I invest my day? That's a very good thing to do. What did I do today? I keep saying that I'm a network marketer, that I'm a charger, that I'm in the game, but what did you really do today? How did you invest your entire day? Right? Self-checking regularly, that's another key thing, considering that we're entrepreneurs, that this is a total business of self-employment. We better start with the integrity with ourselves and do a self-check, because there is nobody that's going to get you up in the morning other than you. You are now a self-employed entrepreneur. It's all about personal accountability. What's the quality and what's the quantity of what you're doing? What kind of people are you talking to and how many? You got to be constantly self-checking. Go, okay, if I'm really in this business, let's do a little check. How many people have I talked to? What kind of people am I talking to? Number 5, keeping your options open or keeping your eyes open. Keeping your opportunity eyes open really is the proper term. Keeping your opportunity eyes open. Are you looking for opportunity? Is that an opportunity? You're going to start looking around. Tomorrow, I can guarantee you, you're going to drive by a for sale sign and you're like, holy smoke, that Falcone guy has got me going crazy now. I used to drive by, in fact, I've driven by that for sale sign 17 days in a row going to work since that house went up on the market. I never even thought about that being an opportunity. I'm going to pull over now. I'm going to pull out that yellow pad and that piece of paper and that pen. And I'm going to write down the realtor's name and phone number. I'm going to say, do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any money outside of what you're currently doing? Powerful. Another action step is you can start practicing the approach. My goodness. There's hope for all of us. Years ago, I thought there was no hope for me. I seriously didn't know if I was capable. Because there were times after 2 years of doing this business, nothing to show for it, busting my bottom end hard and having nothing to show for it. I wondered if it was possible. But one of the things that I decided to do is I kept on working on the mechanics. Working on the mechanics of what we do every day. I kept on practicing the approach, practicing the script, looking at the successful people that were better than I was, that were getting better results, and I did my best to copy them. I did my best to literally copycat people, and I would practice what they did. I would go home and I would look at somebody who's a producer in my office, and I would like walk around my apartment, and I would do the things that he or she was doing. I would do my absolute best I have to switch phones here because something happened there. I don't know what happened. I think I got muted out for a second. I knocked my headpiece out. Start practicing the approach, practicing the walkthrough, practicing the presentation, practicing whatever it is that you're doing so that you can get better at it. And the good news is for every single person on this line, we can all get better. That's the greatest part of it. We can all get better at it. We all have the ability to improve. There's hope in all of it. You know, there's times when you might it's hopeless. It's not hopeless. Everything that we do in this business is learnable. Every single thing that we do from an application, from a mechanical standpoint of what we do each and every day in this business is totally learnable. You're not relegated to not being good at prospecting. You can improve. You're not like, oh, you have to be that way forever and ever. No, you can get better. I've seen people that went, and myself, I went from complete, absolute horridness in prospecting to being known as one of the best recruiters in the business today. How? I stuck in there. I didn't quit. I kept working on my skills. I kept practicing the approach. I kept mastering, you know, looking at the people that were really good, and I studied their stuff, and I did what they did, and I never stopped doing it. I mean, one of the reasons I'm as successful as I am is because I just never gave up. And over time, you can't help but get better at something that you practice over and over and over and over and over again. Number 7 is mastering the method. Tonight, you get a taste. I'll open up your eyes. I'll open up your ears. You're going to drive by for sale signs. You're going to go grocery shopping tomorrow. And you're going to be like, my goodness, I never saw the ad in the grocery cart before. You're going to be in your coffee store, and you're going to look up on the corkboard. You're like, holy smokes, there's cards up there. Can I grab those? Yeah, you can. You're going to think differently. But if you want to master the method, you can't do it in 50 minutes, okay? I wish you could. I wish you could master the method. I didn't want to teach this stuff, by the way. You can thank my good friend Anthony. You can send him a thank you email if you want. You can thank him because several years ago he was begging me to teach him how to recruit professionals. And I didn't want to teach anybody for a long time, and there's a very good reason. People, think about this. Like, think about restaurants that have their secret sauce or their secret recipe. It's like, what, am I just going to give it out? Here's our recipe for our amazing pizza, or here's our recipe. They don't give it away. Those are strategic advantages people have. And I've been in network marketing long enough by the time I discovered this method to realize how good it was and the kind of results that I was getting. I didn't want anybody to know about it. And for many years, I didn't teach anybody this. And then Anthony begged me, and he put, I said, well, you can listen to me make some live dials, and he heard me. And at that time, I'd also gone to the U.S. Department of Labor, and I did a research study, my own little research study, and I looked at the massive quantities of people moving in and through these career categories that I talked about: real estate, insurance, financial planners, mortgage brokers, all these different categories. And I was like, dude, Falcone, I can't go out. I can't get all these people. It's impossible. I can't outfish this pond. And that's when I decided to start teaching on the subject. And the funniest thing for me is the thing that I didn't want to teach about is the thing I teach the most. When I get asked to go teach and train network marketing companies, the one thing that I'm asked to teach and train on more than anything else is recruiting professionals.